This is Manual for the Dead, created by Jason Wahlberg, featuring Tythulu. DTG's gonna take a break today, and things also me. I'm here as well. Apparently, I didn't even realize it, but here I am. Uh, just a quick announcement. I'm probably gonna say this for a couple weeks, but you can catch Jason Wahlberg and all of the real life production games at Crypticon Minneapolis, September 17th. That's a while away, but that's going to be a thing. You can go get physical copies of Manual for the Dead there, and I think it's pretty great. He's also sending me a copy as a thank you. And to start, we have an affirmation. What's that?
Get it signed.
Oh, right. I'll probably send him a thing. Because that would be cool. Although, he might have sent it already, now that I think about it. Anyway, Tythulu, I got an affirmation for you. I don't know. I think you did really well today. Safely driving down to Domo's. Sorry, I suddenly had to burp. Driving down to Domo's work and delivering him some tasty foodles. You did good today, and don't sell yourself short. That's
just
compliments of DTG. Out of spite. What are you spite? Just out of spite. I'm gonna go and get a viewer affirmation for DTG. DTG, take it easy today. You work hard, girl. And also, I hope that run pans out. I'm sure it will, because I happen to know that the moderators are pouring through literally every single individual second of it. So there's no way that this could go bad. Before we start, is there anything you got to say, Tythlu? You got shit going on?
Diverticulitis.
Diverticulitis.
That's the word of the day.
Diverticulitis.
Anyway. That was funny on my head, though.
Well, that sounds like... I don't know what verticula is, but if there's at least one on each side of your body, then this sounds like both of them are inflamed.
It is an inflammation of the intestines.
Oh,
I just picked a word of... I literally did it because I thought it would be funny to say some random word, and then I realized that I just dug my own grave by picking one of the worst words in my vernacular,
Damn.
My mind palace, and I walked down the only alleyway that had thugs in it. This is my life now.
I don't discount the mind bugs. You have to cultivate and keep them. At the end of the last session, Billy went for a walk on the deserts of Saturn, and then came back and reflected on what he had seen, and right now he's not around. We'll catch up on Billy another time. So Eliza, alone in the house, somewhere. Maybe
with a man afraid of mines.
Oh, right. Yeah, because Sunny was purple. Okay. In the kitchen area. I think this is a kitchen anyway. We've been treating it as a kitchen the whole time. Watching Sam. I don't remember what. Actually, do you remember the very, very last thing that we did?
I actually cannot remember. I think it was the swings thing, because I was trying to kill time while waiting for Bill to get back.
Okay.
It was or no, they were, I don't know, actually. Shoot.
That's
ATG,
okay.
do you remember? I
think we were between scenes. Well, that's just a running gag, I think.
All right.
Often we were just like drugs.
I'm like, last I checked, there was still drugs.
Oh man. So I'm gonna try to fulfill the thing and say that Sam is currently working on the oven. He's got a roast. No, he's just got some veggies because he's eating for himself today.
Oh.
And he's got his oven mitts on. Kind of just like this is the first like stereotypically gay moment for Sam as he's just kind of casually throwing himself over the chair, lounging back with the oven mitts on, kind of swinging his foot and just vibing for a while.
You just described the exact position I'm sitting in right now. Minus the apron, but damn.
Well, he's having a gay old time about it. And muffin mites. Drugs and dicks and muffin mites. Ew.
Muffin mites?
Yeah. It's one of two things, and neither of them sound good to me. Oh, maybe she was trying to type oven mitts. Because those are dicks. What we need to use in the game are coffee, oven mitts, D&D, dicks, one situational pun per player, and one pop culture reference per player. And we're not allowed to use land animals, the police, or basements.
But we are allowed to use air animals. Whatever that implies.
I
was just thinking of like a bird.
Yeah, but is that technically a land animal?
I mean, I maybe a fish. We could use sea animals somehow.
Yeah, that was the thing about it was that in the first iteration, we had to add marine biology. Anyway,
he's a marine biologist.
Yeah, Billy is. And they also the house that Billy lived in last time was rented out by the Anthropological and Marine Biology Center. So like other marine biologists were basically just going to stay there. Anyway, Sam is pulling the veggies out. I had this. It just not steamed. I almost said steamed. What the fuck? It roasted bell peppers and potatoes with some nice spices over them. He brings them out, sets them on the countertop, hangs up his oven mitts. I don't know if the dead can smell.
They left their noses behind.
He sits down and after scooping up a nice helping, and he goes out to the living room to watch the television. And then, like, before he sits down, he looks up at the banister in the stairway. And then he moves over to the other side of the couch.
Ooh.
Because last time he was in that spot, he got peed on.
By Billy.
True story.
And
he flicks on the television. And, I don't know. It's a documentary about coffee. And he just kind of says to himself, oh, I've always wanted to learn about coffee. I love coffee.
All right. I got 23 points to try and get him at least one fear in. So I need to be creative with this one. A man watching TV by himself I'm an evil ventriloquist. I got this. Okay. There has to be. Alright, so I'm gonna try and, like, speak over the TV. Like, once it reaches an advertisement, and, like, it's, like, I'm gonna use my, telekinesis to turn down the volume first. But, like, just like, hit the mute button and then talk over a commercial.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for that first. Ooh. Alright. I'll take an 11.
11. So expertly, you don't just mute the television, but you, like, disable the sound altogether. So there's not even an indicator on the screen when the sound cuts out. And you want to give me another roll for the next thing? I think you had a ventriloquism plan.
Yeah. Let's hope the ventriloquism roll is that good. No, it is not.
Your stats pretty good though. That's a decent roll.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8. That's a succeed.
Yeah.
All right. So, like, it's gonna be like one of those, like, texting commercials where, like, the dude's got a 10-gallon hat and, like, is, like, sitting in front of a car lot, and so, like, I time it carefully because, like, I've been watching TV since it came on. Yeah. I know what to do.
Hell yeah. So, definitely.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a special embroidery.
Oh, you started to cut out.
That.
We didn't catch that.
It went quiet all of a sudden.
Weird.
Darn. I was gonna do like a sales pitch, and I was like midway through it.
Damn.
Hello and welcome to Trader Rick's. We're gonna try and get you a healthy dose of getting completely out of my house.
Hell yeah.
And so, like, I'm gonna, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have any more points. I can't do anything other than that.
I mean, you could still roll. It just zeroes you out on this roll.
Alright. I'm gonna try one last thing.
Well, he does...
Let's hope it works.
He does react to the TV by jumping up and instinctively trying to turn it off. Where are we at?
I'm gonna use telekinesis to steal the remote and change it to the clown channel.
No.
If that is a thing.
Maybe.
I don't know. I normally just call it TMZ.
A lot of clowns on that channel. Anyway, yeah, give it a roll. Wait.
This is my...
Yeah, telekinesis would work out.
Yeah. I'm just, like, stealing the remote and floating it away above their head. Fingers crossed. 6, 7, and then my telekinesis, too. Cool. 8.
Boop. Because of how telekinesis works, you don't even need to pull the remote away. You just click away at the buttons, and the channel flips over to TMZ, where they're literally interviewing the Insane Clown Posse. I don't remember their names. I haven't heard them in forever, by the way. So there's a reference I pulled out of my ass and I'm not prepared for.
That actually sounds like a TMZ thing.
Right? I was like, what? What kind of clowns would be there?
It's pretty on point though.
And like they're doing something like high profile with like full control of the production given over to Insane Clown Posse. So they got all
Nice.
sorts of dynamic shots of the crew and everybody together rapping or something, and he's like frantically trying to like push against it by he picks up the remote and he tries to hit the buttons, but I'm gonna say for the same like this whole setup together, you could easily invalidate his inputs just by clicking the buttons between when he clicks the buttons. And then he throws the remote down out of frustration and just, walks back into the kitchen with his vegetables. And, like, he's trying not to think about it as
Fucking magnets.
the TV blares. Fucking magnets. How do they work?
How do they work? I haven't heard that in ages. God.
So he walks like back and forth between the kitchen and the living room for a minute, and then like decides not to deal with it anymore, and he's gonna head upstairs at some point.
I've got no more powers for today, so I'm just gonna float around and watch what.
That's the thing, because although you're out of PowerPoints, I just want to reiterate as a form of the game, you could still make rolls, but your next roll is at -1 and then -2 and so on.
Okay. All right.
So if you want to make that push, like you're not being limited here except by -1. You're
right.
nominally being limited.
All right. I think that's tempting. So what is he doing in his room by himself?
He's just sitting on the bed eating his vegetables. Just in the silence. He turned on the light. But he's just silently eating the vegetables. He's definitely like his leg is shaking a bit. Maybe he's a nervous tapper, but you hadn't noticed that before, so here we are.
Ooh, he's spooked. He's ready to go. He's still angry, though. He's so close to just snapping. We need to... I need to think of something.
As a standard form, most things that make him fearful, even if they make him angry, I'm just gonna say that he leaves the house.
All right.
Because that should be the limit. I feel like that's like should be the qualifying point of the game, but other people will probably play or can play differently. That's just my take on it.
I got this. I got my last roll. If this doesn't get him, nothing will. It's gonna be a telekinesis roll at -1. So I'm gonna grab him by his ankle and like pull him into the air. And since it's gonna like spill his food everywhere and make it all messy, I'm gonna write a message in like the mess, like the soup. In the food.
Can you name that reference?
Name a reference?
I think that's a reference. Like there's got to be there was something where maybe that was a sci-fi thing where the guy was like getting messages from aliens in his food, or was that Close Encounters?
I mean, by that description, it could just as easily be Muppets in Space.
Right.
I'm gonna need a minute to think of it.
I'm sorry, my brain is going overtime.
Yeah, because they make the sandwich talk for a scene, and he's like, "All right, I can't do this." I'm gonna write a message. It's just gonna be short, simple, and to the point. Leave and don't come back. Fingers crossed. Woo! 9 + 2 because it's telekinesis. -1 because I overclocked.
Yeah.
Even with this one, that still puts me at 8.
8? Did you say?
If even if it, I would still have an 8 as my roll.
Okay.
Like even if I don't get
I'm sorry, you're
I told
cutting
you,
in and out right now.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm with my mic right now.
Aw.
Line up with the Radio Demon voice. It's just called Radio Demon on voice mod.
That's nice.
Gonna make it like all funny and over the top. Practicing with these voices, man. I like I've been like powering through trying out different things I could do with it. And I started my own voices that are like ominous and it's chef's kiss. Some of them are coming along really well.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hold on. I lost track of myself.
I mean, technically, leave and don't come back.
So that's
deciphered as a.
I count a 10, but if you're going, did you say 8?
Oh, it is 10.
Okay.
It's 9 plus 2 minus 1. I was just saying, even with my plus 2 bonus, it would still be 8.
All right.
That was just me sounding incoherent.
Altogether, you dragged him down and rearranged his food on the floor, right?
Yep.
All right. So he slides off and wigs out in your grasp. Well, not your grasp, but your telekinetic grasp. And then he stands up and sees the message and he kicks all the food away, kicks it away, and he says, "You can't do this to me," and runs in the bathroom. Actually, he goes in the closet, goes in the little room in the closet. I don't know why. That's what I just I didn't use this room much. And he's cowering in there now. I'm sorry. I'm cranking up the tension.
I'm done with this. I'm gonna just plop him down in front of the door. Place him down at the door.
Did you say a thing?
Yeah, I said I'm just gonna pick him up and drop him right next to the door.
I heard
and
that.
I rolled a 7 because it's plus 2 and then minus 2.
Oh.
Maybe just my sound volume is really low. That might be the. Oh. I'm just gonna sit closer to my mic.
I have your volume up extra high on my side.
Thank you.
So you drag him through, and he's fighting you the entire way, and he's grabbing at the furniture and stuff. I assume this is telekinesis. Sorry, you can grab your own thing.
Right.
You think you fell
just face through
under the thing. Blah blah. And then he grabs a hold of the counter here, and he's strong enough to withstand the force. And he's fighting back with all of his might, grabbing onto the cupboard with his fingers on the hinges, and he's reeling his arms up. The struggle is real. You can't do this to me, you freaky spirit.
I'm doing my best to get you out of my house first.
Even though he can't hear you, it's pretty clear. So then he breaks away from your grasp and stands up and just grabs a knife or something out of the cabinet and is brandishing it. Not necessarily in your direction or anything, but he's brandishing it. I don't care what you are. I will cut you, and I will take back my house, and I will bring back my husband, and we'll suck dicks in celebration. I don't have to mention dicks.
Yeah.
We're gonna make out furiously.
Suck dicks in celebration.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is one hell of an oath. I'm gonna telekinesis.
Okay.
To pick up the mitt and put it over the knife, like sheathing a sword.
All right.
Just for that little bit annoyance. So this is at
That's a -3, yeah.
Yeah. So 11 minus puts it at 8. And then +2, 9.
9.
9.
You easily slide.
Or wait, it's 13
yeah.
minus, or 13 minus 3. It's at 10. It's a 10.
A 10 altogether. That's a
Yeah.
that's also good too. Hold on, I'm fixing the titles here.
I also have 1 point left over. I gotta clear that line.
Yeah. So then the knife becomes sheathed, and he drops it on the ground, and it just goes like a hard plop as the knife comes to a rest. And he's not sure what to do now. He's gripping onto the counter and looking around and shaking.
I would manifest, but I'm at a -3 or -4 now. That's way too much. I can't risk it.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm such a cautious gamer. I'm not a gamer. Oh.
Well, you have nothing to really lose here. He's not exercising you.
I'm gonna manifest, point at him, and then point out the door. I'm gonna show my form. So,
I saw a 4 and a 5.
Yeah, it was a 4. It was a.
I don't remember the low die. I remember it was like a.
I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna re-roll that. It was a roll, and I have to re-roll it for the 6.
Nice.
All right, so it's 9 minus 4 plus 1. I 6.
All right. So you manifest. I assume you're like next to him or in front of him.
I'm gonna be for added dramatic effect.
Over here.
Just like I want to be actual in like the stairwell, like dramatically above him, so that way it looks up. Just point at him, point out that door with that, like, you know, in like Pixar where they have like that one stare where they're like, so with that kind of stare, just like you. And like that's all I want.
So you manifest, and he doesn't notice you at first, but as your manifested form blocks the light coming down from the hallway, he slowly turns his head and he sees you towering at the top of the stairs, pointing at the kitchen door, and that truly is the point where I grabbed the entire bag. I did the wrong thing. Where he becomes completely terrified, and he does leave out the door, almost respectfully.
I'm like, as long as I'm not knives at him, because with rolls this bad, like with a -5, throwing a knife at him would almost like guarantee his death, and I'm already here, and like I just wanted a quiet, like, lesbian knife.
I gotta. I want to try to see. I don't know what I could do because you're. I just want your sound to come through a little smoother.
Oh,
I I don't know how. I know there's a way to like give it better processing or whatever.
I'm gonna try some stuff on my. It
Oh
could
yeah, I can
just be that my
increase.
internet is
I can
being
increase
jank.
the bit rate. Oh, but if your connection's not stronger than that, then it might
The
blot you
connection's
out.
good, so
Okay, so I'll just pull the bit rate up to about 80 kilobytes.
yeah, that should do it.
Ooh, wow, you sound so smooth now. Holy shit, it really works.
Really? All right,
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
don't. That's
Right.
uncanny. Like, holy shit. Discord, what
Greetings
the
and
fuck?
salutations. I am now back in focus. The difference between in being like fully coherent.
Hmm.
Uh,
There's still a little bit of cutout, but it's smoother.
it's better than nothing, to say the least.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna need to put all my shit back in place. Uh, so we're gonna do a scene while I'm doing this work. Like, if you'll bear with me.
I am there. Rar.
What?
I don't know.
No, I didn't really hear you.
Uh, said I am very much ready to bear.
Ready to bear. Plump.
Input sensitive. That's could be causing problems. I don't
Yeah,
know.
actually, that does cause problems some of the time where it's looking for a sound that you don't pass the right threshold.
Yeah, I toned it because like it was a little bit, but it wasn't like maybe it could have been that. I hope it because then it would be a quick solution something that was relatively annoying.
Hmm. Um,
It might have been. I don't know.
well,
I
I'm
can't.
just I don't mind personally. Like everybody's dealt with this, you know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just a
computer stuff.
fact of computers, yeah. Why does it say there's 7 of these? Because it's the fear side.
Yeah. Fear tokens.
I did it wrong. The anger tokens. It even says how many are on the bag. Like, anyway,
So
so what do you do now that you have your house back to yourself? We're gonna say at least a couple days has passed. It'll give you your full power pull.
huzzah. Um, I would probably just be like reading a book on the a comfortable afterlife. Do nothing with my free time. And like just relax without people being inside 24/7.
Yeah,
And it's just nice relaxing book just sounds now. I went through the stress of having to deal with everything from Saturn to where we are. I can finally nap
right.
and read
That's
books and God,
it's a
what else do lesbians do?
it's a pretty good aspiration. Uh,
Yeah.
how about you use a manifest roll so that you can hold the book?
I'll just lay it flat on the countertop and use to like flip the pages because I don't want to have a book that takes effort. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna like gently flip through the book whenever I need. That way, it's not very taxing.
that sounds fair.
6, 7, 8.
So you easily have control of the book, probably for a while, as you have pretty practiced power.
Yeah.
And you have it set up, and it doesn't take any effort at all to aha. Yeah, it's first in, first out, so you have to do them in order. Thank you. um
For doing this, I know you can right click.
can you change the order?
Change the order inside the search.
Okay.
6, 5, 4, 3.
And you're just reading through. Um
I could just pick up a random book off my shelf and just start reading. Give me a second. I'd say I'd be around the middle of a book. Random page, go. Ew, I don't like that chapter. Why is it so hard to find a good chapter in a book that you've read a million times? Like, it's read from a good part of a book. I just don't want to pick a random chapter just for the sake of random chapter.
Yeah.
Man, it's like... Man. I also, like, the first book I grabbed was Hobbit, because it's at my side desk at all times. I'm just, like, looking at it, and I'm like, where's a good chapter just to start randomly reading that, even out of context? Man. I forgot the actual edition where it had, like, all the drawings and stuff in it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Let's just grab riddles in the... That's, like, one of my favorite parts. 76. When Bilbo eyes, he wondered if he had. It was just as dark with them shut. No one was anywhere near him. Just imagine his fright. He could hear, see nothing, and he could feel nothing except the floor. Very slowly, and groped about on all fours, the wall of the tunnel, but neither up nor down it could feel. Neither up nor down it could he feel anything. Oh, no sign of goblins, no sign of dwarves. His head was swimming, and he was far from certain, even of the direction they had been going. When, fall. He guessed as well, crawled along for a good way. His hand met what felt like a tiny ring of cold metal lying on the floor of the tunnel. It was a turning point in his career. He did not know it. Uh-oh.
Hey. You hear calling from the television.
She looks up from her book and starts looking around.
Hey.
Who?
The television is kind of on. But instead of like anything a normal person would be watching, you know, instead of any human broadcast, it's some sort of bug creature suspended in nothing. And it's looking at you. You can just kind of tell. Its head traces your movements. Hey, little girl, come over here.
Who are you?
Hold on. I actually think I have a name for this guy. I have to look up a thing.
The movie Beetlejuice exist within the continuity of this game, or is it like
it is based I'm pretty sure that being based on it means that it is basically a construct of the setting, but I've been treating
Okay.
it as just a mishmash of all sorts of movie settings so far.
I mean, everything from Poltergeist to Beetlejuice, I guess. It takes place in Beetlejuice, but it references everything.
Yeah.
All we
His
need is
name
a
is
pumpkin-headed kid,
Roscoe.
and we'll have
Says,
Rascal.
my name is Roscoe. It's
Ro-
nice to meet you.
Roscoe.
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 Roscoe. Roscoe. And this creature looks like kind of like a fish, but has strikingly human features and is bipedal with humanoid proportions and two lanky arms. But like he's comfortable. And he appears to be he has like this kind of like I don't know, like a crayfish in his hand and he's snacking on it.
Just like it
He's
like it's celery or something.
yeah, and you know, he's got like a human like face, but definitely fish teeth, very sharp and all over the place.
I've never been talked to by somebody from his mouth before.
Oh, it's not my mouth. It's his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like word for word what he says to you.
Oh.
Like maybe he didn't understand, but he's going with it. You could tell he's kind or not kind, but he's obliging himself to just continue the conversation as if nothing awkward just had happened.
Okay. Is there anything you want?
You've been dead a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got problems with living people?
Oh no! I just dealt a collection of them. I do have this problem with one of my roommates. They haven't really appeared in almost a week, so I think it happened to them on Saturn.
Oh, well, we won't talk about Saturn. How about, how about I make sure no people show up? I could do that for you.
Tempting, but I'm gonna. I think I got things.
Alright, okay. Well, if you need something, you can call Roscoe.
How do I?
Well, the same way you call anybody. You say their name 3 times.
It's a good thing I said it only twice earlier.
Well, I'm already here, like...
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not here, but I'd be in the flesh. Somewhere you can talk to me in person. I don't like playing this
Yeah.
character, by the way. I created this character for a short story, and I already hate it.
All right. Definitely gonna take you up on the. Eliza has no intention of ever duel again, and she like just turned like she just like
Say again?
she pressed the button to turn off the TV.
And do you want to telekinesis?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like psych turn off the TV. The lowest roll is 8, so I'm gonna do an 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to save on some points, just in case because if weird things happened already today, it's a perfectly reasonable, approximately midday afternoon ish.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to risk anything too close to like me having a nice day. No energy in one time. I'm just like,
Right.
I've had enough. I've had enough weird and crazy adventures. I just want a quiet life.
You easily flick the button or click the button on the remote, and the TV goes off, and it's quiet again. And there's no more interruptions for the rest of the day.
Ooh.
Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think I'm gonna just try relaxing right here. I'm gonna try and focus on my book, as difficult as it is actually now.
All right.
And once time has passed by, I'm just gonna go and lay. Or I'm gonna like float back, go back upstairs, and then fall asleep.
Okay. Uh, the rest of the day goes by quite smoothly. I'm going to say before you actually get up and go to your bed, it's late at night. You probably spent all day reading, unless, like,
I could spend all day reading.
Change your mind, but
it's fine.
You don't hear from Roscoe again, but you do hear some clambering at the door.
No.
And there's a twist on the knob, and it pops open, and there's a very nicely dressed woman that says, "Ah, see, I told you I had one. Anyway, this is the place." And she saunters in, all business right now.
I swear to God.
Showing off your house to some prospective buyers.
Oh my. I just emptied this.
I'm going to say there's a few people. They all tromp right in here, and they immediately stand around you while she explains all of the things. This house has some nice features. I don't know. I can't. I don't have a voice for her anymore. Roscoe is infectious.
The vaguely thought lady who's slowly being possessed by
yeah, oh my God, please. Everything here is comes with the house. There's a nice bathroom, full bathroom here, and a second bathroom upstairs. And the kitchen... I gotta highlight these folks. And the kitchen is right this way. And they go in. You can still hear them talking as they go through the house. Giving a tour of the place. Talking about the would-be's and whatnot. It automatically grouped them when I got over here. And this is the master bedroom. We had to pull up some carpet because unfortunately there was an accident with some food, but we can get that replaced before you move in. And you realize that although you didn't notice at any point, apparently somebody did come in and pull up the carpet in this room.
When did they have time for that? Come on.
Right?
I just read my book. Oh, wait.
It has been a couple days, though.
Yeah. Just lost track of time and somebody to the house and reupholstered the carpet. Like, it'd be like that.
There's not a new carpet. Right now it is just the bare floor with some carpet tacks sticking out of it. The bed was moved into here. Anyway, just tell me how you like the place. Feel free to look around, poke in all the things, and, just make yourself at home. And they spread out.
There's more of them.
I don't know who these folks are. Just random folks.
Oh, God, they're walking into my stuff. They're looking at my house. They're doing stuff. Ah, God, and I just got rid of a bunch of them. I just sit down and stare at this person, like, sitting on my countertop and just, like, watch. whoever this is,
Yeah.
the red one, and I'm just
Who?
like, what? Grabs.
And she's like going in and digging around in the cabinets, looking at there's still some cookware left. And she's like, "Oh, I hope that they get rid of this. I don't want to keep this."
That was my grandmother's.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then she goes over to this drawer and opens it, and there's towels in there, and she feels around and she like jumps a little. Oh, and pulls out a dildo. Oh wow. This looks just like the real thing. And then she puts it back, kind of like, hope nobody just saw me.
While it, I'm gonna use telekinesis to like throw it in her face.
Oh damn!
Just like slap it out of her hand and just like hit her in the face with it. 8. Cause 2 + 4 + 2, 8. Cool. That's bound to be at least jarring.
Yeah.
Ever just pull a dick
as she's
out of a
like
drawer and then
gesturing with it, it comes around and slaps her in the face, and she, instead of putting it back nicely, she shrieks and sticks it back in the drawer. And this person rushes in. Is everything all right? And she just says, "Yeah, everything's fine."
Kinesis to try and open the drawer and like throw the dick at him. Because at least in my experience, people don't like when you throw dicks at them.
No, not usually.
Another 8.
And the drawer opens and the dick flies out, and the guy like jumps, but he catches it, and then he goes, "Ah!" and he drops it. And he's like, "Listen, we should just go." And she agrees, and they both leave.
I was hoping they would look at it while it was on. That's the important thing.
Oh well,
that's the important.
They do. They will examine it. Yeah.
Staring at it on the ground. I like and move it weirdly so it looks like an inchworm crawl across the floor.
Ah.
It's comfortable. I came up with it in a second, and I'm like, probably the single worst thing to have happen. And the other.
Say that last part again.
Yeah, it would have been another 8 for that roll.
Cool.
I just wasted 8 points because they were all.
No, it's fine. It's supposed to be thematic.
I do love the sound.
So it does start crawling across the floor like a little inchworm, and it scuttles. Like every once in a while it like lifts up the head part and looks around curiously like it's looking for food, and they fucking leave. No thanks. Don't want the haunted dick house. And that's when the realtor comes in. How are you enjoying Hello? Hello? And then she sees the dildo. Oh, who left this thing here? She picks it up and just kind of stuffs it in her bag, and then heads up the stairs. I'm not saying what she's gonna do with it. She just got rid of it.
I'm gonna fall. Have you ever just stolen a dead guy?
I don't. I don't know what else to like. What would you do if you're trying to sell a house?
The undildo.
Undildo.
What? I need to do. Oh God.
So they're talking about where the other people are. Both of them decide they don't know. Well, I mean, if they don't call me with a better offer, you're free to make an offer here. And this gentleman is thinking about it, And says, "Yeah, I think that your ticket price is a fair price for this place. I didn't see anything wrong with it. We're not going to mention the fact that we've
Oh,
only had him in one room in the house, but
oh, I got a good one.
all right."
Um, I'm gonna the realtor with my magical, incredible voice mimicry skills.
All right.
And I'm gonna go, all right, so just before we forget, the house is condemned. Rats. You'll have to pay 10.5K payment minimum. The money all has to be provided by tomorrow.
I
Just
was going to say it's a little bit difficult. So a +1 on the difficulty.
all right. So 8, and I get plus voice mimicry.
Yeah. I'm just checking it because you cut out.
Oh, it's 8 and then +1 for the -1 from because he said it was difficult. So it's an 8.
Ah. Where's your voice mimicry?
If you right click on it, it'll appear
Oh,
or if you
wow.
hover over it long enough, it'll
I
give you the
wish it
list.
was like bigger. Is there a way to fix that? What
I
the
mean, I could.
fuck? No, it doesn't
Here, wait.
even. Sorry. Oh my god, DTG's dancing!
I need to see this. Ah, Jotaro. There's our boy.
My wow. No, that's different guy.
There. Oh, the good boy. Hello.
So what was your total?
8.
You didn't add my negative. You
with,
don't.
with all bonuses and modifiers
Okay.
added in.
When I change the difficulty though, I'm literally changing the result on the roll, so that doesn't affect your roll.
Okay.
Just it's for in terms of your power points.
Okay.
Yeah, right now it doesn't matter, but it would. Moogles. So all of that comes out, and the realtor like stops talking at hearing her own voice just come out of the air in front of her. And the guy looks up and says, "Oh, you didn't say anything about rats. Where are they?" And she's like, tries to just react with it. I misspoke. I was thinking of a different house. I don't know. I was confused. Don't mind me. So you think you want to close within the week? Yeah, as long as there's no rats, though.
Idea for when they're walking out. I'm already like running down to the kitchen to like go and continue with my dildo.
So yeah, eventually they do come down and things are looking all right, and they enter the kitchen, and they head out.
This is gonna be a tricky one. I'm gonna try to steal the dildo from her purse and like throw it across the floor to make it look like a rat. Drag it like from her purse back out and around and hide it in the kitchen, like behind the fridge or something.
All right.
Come on, good rolls. That's not good rolls. A 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with +1. So I rolled an 8.
-1 for going under 0.
I rolled a 7.
7. So it comes out, and the guy like jumps and he says, "Ah, it's a dildo," and it like scurries into the kitchen. Uh, did a dildo just run out of your purse and into the kitchen? And the realtor tries to get really like defensive about it. Like, how could you say that to a lady? How dare you? And he like apologizes a little bit. And he says, "I'm sorry. I must be seeing things myself as well. Don't mind me." And then they head out the door. Honk. And presumably you'll be getting some new roommates soon.
I was so close to getting. There's always.
And that's when the television winks back on. And it's it looks like a late show, maybe the Late Show. Who's on the Late Show?
You know, now that you mention it, I actually don't know.
I don't know. We'll say it's Stephen Colbert.
Yeah,
he does the late night show. I think it is called the Late Show. And he says, "All right, tonight's guest, he's a paranormal being from the underworld. Welcome, Roscoe. How you doing, you hideous fish creature?" And Roscoe comes out on stage, and he looks like he's like a foot and 9 inches or something, like really short. And he comes out gurgling, smacking on some kind of creature like a millipede he's kind of chewing on. He's waving like kind of like grandiose, living it up on a like what you can assume is a fake Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And he sits down. "So tell us about yourself, Roscoe. What do you do?" And he says, "Oh well, I come from the underworld, and I've been dead so long I don't have no humanity anymore. You know how it goes." And the audience laughs, even though he didn't really tell a joke or anything.
That sounds like the real show.
Eve! How are you? Hi, Evil. I'm doing all right. We're having a nice little game. This is Tythlu playing Manual of the Dead right now. Evil Wolf is pretty fun.
They seem very, very fun. They have a name.
Yes. They're actually Necrite and Evil Wolf are married.
Aww. Happy to have you.
So Roscoe and the facsimile of Stephen Colbert are talking about his exploits in the underworld, and unless you like try to intervene, you hear about how he's gotten rid of so many humans that they kicked him out of his own haunt in the real world because he was just so good at getting rid of humans. "I used to live in a swamp, and I had a bunch of trees and some dirty ground, and I would eat bugs and snack on toes, and all the things were fine until the people showed up. It breaks my heart." And there's some sympathy from the weird audience that you don't actually see now that you've been watching it. You notice that you never see an audience shot. You just see the set of Steven and Roscoe. But Steven says, "Well, I'll drink to that," and pulls out some random cup from under his desk and takes a sip.
You know, if you actually Stephen Colbert to act this out, he definitely would.
That would be kind of cool.
Like he's a really cool guy.
I hope so. I imagine him to be pretty decent, like as a person.
From what I've heard, like my dad actually got to meet him in person. It's very nice.
Yay!
Oh my god. I mean, that's just a happenstance that I know. Yeah.
It's fun. Anyway, the show wraps up eventually. And then there's like the musical they get played out by a musical guest who happens to be Roscoe. And you also notice that like The house band is absent, more or less. Although Steven talks about them like they're there, and you hear some kind of music. You didn't actually see the house band. And the camera pans over to the stage, and you can kind of see it looks a little shoddy, actually. Where like the place where Roscoe walked in, you could see a seam where it's just like a backdrop that he walked out from behind. And he sings this crappy little song about you call me to help you, and I'll get rid of humans. Fuck those humans. Kick them in the dick. Things like that. He's not very good at it, but it gets the point across. And then the TV shuts off.
Oh God. And like Eliza holds her hand up to her head. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I read the manual. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. It's not gonna be worth it. And then she starts like walking around the room, like trying to like I swear to God, I told myself I'm not gonna fall for that. Though, I mean, it could be really tempting, but not for me. It's gonna be fine. It's just another human. I can deal with humans before. It'll be fine.
Right. You got this, girl.
Oop, almost calling me.
Yay! Well, I was thinking about taking a short break to get some water and stuff, so.
All right. Since we're taking a break, it'll be, I'm gonna go and call my husband real quick.
Cool.
Well, wonderful, and I look forward to jumping back here.
Yay!
Yay!
I'll be right back myself. I'm just leaving the mics on. This stream is low-key brought to you by drugs. I hope people are having a nice time tonight. Ugh, I'm all stuffy now. Ugh. I inhaled my own spit. That was gross. YouTube ratings, here I come. I noticed DTG was spamming emotes to fill up the screen, so that should be interesting. Oh my god. I have to go stop this. Hold on. I'll be back again. Okay, I think I'm not dying now.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. I had like a fit because I inhaled my own spit. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump back to the call.
Oh.
Just real quick.
Yeah. Excuse me. Setting up the field.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Ooh, Fear 6. There's Fear 6, and what is there? Anger.
Oh, I'm blindfolded.
Ooh, 8.
Yeah, not bad.
Not too shabby, not too shabby.
Excuse me.
It's kind of like a condo.
Yeah, sorta.
I like it.
Ross.
All right.
Huh?
All right. All right. No. No one told you life was gonna be this way.
Well, they're not friends. They're brother and sister.
Ah. All right. All right. Ooh, Fear.
Damn.
That is one patient lad.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter if they're both 8, but I'll keep the bags in the same order.
And switch trade.
No.
Wait, is that wrong?
Yeah.
Anger's on the left.
Now it is.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Boy, the We got Ross and Justine. Justine.
I don't know. Gerard.
Oh, there's 3 of them? Oh.
No, there's not 3 of them.
Oh.
There's 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, God.
And just so you know, I'm not intending to run you through the entire thing tonight. Just for fairness sake, I'm gonna say that we're gonna start and get an intro to this section, and then hopefully next week we'll have more players.
Ooh. All right. I'm down for a haunted crew.
Gerard was gonna be the father figure, so he's of course a complete wimp.
Oh, God.
Quick to anger too.
Four and 4.
Interesting stuff.
The things that scare me are the people who are quick to this game.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get some of those. Martha! I just wanted a character named Martha.
Martha!
Did that wrong. Okay. There we go. Uh It's easy in a virtual world. All right, let me.
And I am a material girl.
Yeah. Here's what I need.
What is up with the kids having like such
I don't know. It's just random.
Their mom has the patience of a saint, so the kids are like, "Oh my God, the kids are going to be harder to get rid of."
Right. This is gonna
kind of canonical to Beetlejuice too.
Yeah. You're looking at my extra bags, are you?
I'm looking card over here. Yeah.
What? No. I need to get rid of the extra D10s I made. Cool. Gathering on the porch are the nuclear family. I didn't feel like making their last names. Justine, yeah, Justine and Ross are young children with the hearts of lions. And Martha and Gerard are their elderly parents who had them very young in life.
Just thinking, there's 4 of them. This is a comedy horror. They're nuclear. This is
This is what?
This is Ghost Food.
Say again?
Comedy horror, and they're nuclear.
Yeah.
This is Ghostbusters.
Oh, it is Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Nuclear. I nuclear instead of nuclear.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, Ghostbusters.
I got
Lines
100. Anyway, Gerard is saying, well, here we are, kids. We're going to live the rest of our lives here in the suburbs of Philadelphia. Philadelphia. And they all walk in from the back and immediately make themselves at home. Why don't we watch a movie? They all sit down on this couch that they moved in. You the green piece?
I am green. This that's my bad.
No. And they're watching some kind of old movie. Like from the 90s old, not like super old.
Black and white classics. I do think this family is natural, to say the least.
Say again?
I do
Natural?
think, to say the least, they are supernatural because they have one ability that no normal family do.
What was that?
They decided on a movie for.
Well, it was really, I think Gerard decided on the movie and they all just said, yeah, okay.
I know it's January, but Christmas Carol.
I'm ready for that. We're going to watch Muppet Christmas.
Yeah, it's kind of like best Christmas movies of all time, though.
It's true.
So it's not even.
Nah, that's not
I
even a
watched it in
lie.
mid-July. It's like a good movie.
Yeah. And in fact, that's my pop culture reference of the day, because they will watch the Muppets Christmas Carol. I forget all the lyrics to all the songs, but also Michael Caine is the hardest Ebenezer Scrooge I've ever seen.
Dude, he had no right being that good. And like whoever casted him was like, know exactly who I'm picking.
Yeah.
Like, physically cannot go better on an Ebenezer Scrooge. Chose to have him as Scrooge on the movie, and it just worked so.
Right.
No right being that good. That's all I'm saying. And anyone could fight me on that. I will stand on that hill. Like,
so we're getting to the part of the movie where he's talking to Kermit the Frog about Tiny Tim's medicine. It's very close to the original story. It's basically the exact original story, except the Muppet characters are involved.
as for some reason, one hell.
Second?
As for some reason, one hell of a soundtrack too.
Absolutely. It was actually really good.
You know, I'd probably be a grumpy old person if people only sat around singing about how terrible of a person I am.
True, actually. Like, they brought it on themselves for calling Ebenezer out all these years.
Yeah. Wee. All right. The thing, if an object to watching this movie, so I'm just gonna like, boot on, like I'm gonna like sit ominously behind it over their shoulder along with them.
All right. You're watching along. Do you want to maybe manifest and be there, not just in spirit?
I if I'm yeah, I'm gonna manifest like leaning on the wall, like just humming along to the tunes and singing the.
All right.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah. This one is at a difficulty of +3.
Rolled a an 11.
All right.
I'm singing along too.
And you happen to pop in and just casually start humming along, and they don't immediately notice, but as you sing, Martha stands up and she stumbles a little bit, like, "Oh, who are you?" And everybody else looks in your direction. So the movie goes on.
I'm gonna use telekinesis to like, since I'm already manifested, point at it to like at the off button. It would probably be one of those like slightly older TVs where you can like button, and then wait for them to turn it off, and then I'm gonna try and like speak from there.
All right.
And as much as I turn it off, I'm gonna have to take sacrifices to make my point across. So
Also, hi to more music who popped in. Just saying hi.
hello.
So, describe again what you did, what you're doing. I'm sorry.
So like, before I need to like manifest my voice, I'm gonna like point at the power button to like have them turn it off since I'm like pre-manifested. I don't want to like waste this opportunity.
I feel like when you manifest, you can speak.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's how I've been running it anyway.
All right. I'll go like, you're in my house. Like actually, just. I mean, like, what are you doing? This is my house.
Gerard steps up and he immediately tries to get in your face, and he says, "No, this is my house. This is absurd. You need to get out right now." And that's when he like kind of, you could tell that he like realizes that you're dead. Not that he understands it, but he knows that you're not quite human. And then he backs up a little bit. Anyway, get out.
I can't. I am. This is my house. Leave.
And that's at the point where you can no longer hold your manifestation as you fade out.
I demanifest. I'm going to use my voice like for effect.
All right.
I'm gonna roll 12 points. I want this to like drive home. I'm just gonna like I flip as much energy and just say leave and go back. I think that will that's ominous and creepy.
It's a +3 difficulty for everybody there, but I think you still get it right.
It's
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 11.
Yeah, you're still good, and everybody hears it very clearly.
Because it's most rather than anything else. Ooga booga.
Starting off strong.
Oh yeah, let's team wipe this.
And they all do have a freak out, and they run. I'm just gonna randomly determine what goes on. Wah, wah. Martha and Justine rush out the door and leave the patio where you can no longer see them. Gerard rushes into the bathroom, and we're going to say Ross just kind of stands there, like completely dumbfounded and shocked. And just like, it's visibly shaken, but also like completely disturbed.
I'm gonna go into this room as Gerard. Gerard's gonna be my first
All right.
target because I notice he's gonna throw him off his. I'm gonna with I'm gonna like sneak into the bathroom and it's a good start for this. I think just to be them gonna start singing some of the lyrics song.
Which song?
From the last song in the musical they were watching.
All right. I think it was a bouncier number about how joyous life is in London, I guess, which is just wrong.
It?
I think it's like the opening.
Because there's the overture where everybody's just ragging on Scrooge, and then there's the actual lyrics about Scrooge, which is when a cold wind blows, it chills you, but there's nothing in nature's heart like years of being alone. It's you with indifference. Lady paints with rouge, and the worst, the most hated and cursed, is the one we call Scrooge. But like, I at the normal bouncy tone, I'm gonna sing it slow. Because
a very creepy version, and actually, it's kind of a creepy song.
Yeah, well, when you read it like with cold hard, it's not like the bouncy like kind of like it chills you to the bone. Like it's a lot more upbeat, but like slow the lyrics down and read what's vibed, and it's kind of like fucked. And I will stride and lose out on a bunch of points.
Yeah.
11 right out the gates. I can't. And if tends to make it known that I do want people out of here.
True. So you just sing that like in the air? Just like near him?
Yep.
Excuse me. My sinuses are like acting up. So he like is like covering his head, and he sits on the toilet and is trying to hide himself as your ghostly rendition of the Ballad of Ebenezer Scrooge fills the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
No! He shouts. And that's when Ross busts in, and you can see he's a young kid, but he probably focuses on his physicality. He might lift weights or go running or something as he bursts into the door and he says, "Dad, are you okay?" Sorry, I didn't mean to knock you over here.
Okay, I'm a ghost. It doesn't.
And Gerard explains what had happened. And Ross is like, "Oh, I think it's a ghost. We should be careful. Maybe we need something. What do ghosts hate?" And they just think about it. Well, maybe I'll get a rosary or something. I don't know. I'm not like Catholic or anything. I don't know what to do. I just don't know, son. I don't know what time period this game takes place in.
They look like lesbians.
Everybody...
Get a rosary. It's just... Oh, my God. I don't know why, but that's what I thought of.
I hear it.
It's like, do the only thing that guarantees a result. Scare. Booga booga.
They console each other for a while, and eventually Martha and Justine come back. Martha! I don't know why, it just came into my head.
I mean, very much an iconic scene.
They all go in the kitchen and they talk about what just happened. And they all agree that they're going to get something. That was too real, one of them says. And Gerard makes some coffee. He like turns around and starts up a coffee pot. Oh, I'll go out in the morning then and get like a prayer candle or something. You know, at least like nothing that would look weird. You know, if your parents came over or something. You know how they are. And Martha says, oh, stop. You know they're not like that. Someone's chopping.
Yeah, that's my room.
I just want to make sure nobody's breaking your door down.
I do. Oh, guys, just like... Oh, God.
Do you have anything else to do today?
Since I got them all here, somehow, I got one good roll. Something clever involving and or a pun. There are 4 people inside of a room together. Look at my powers list. Actually, that would be much better. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna use ventriloquism. Yell, roll for initiative. I knock out, like, my arm down on, like, the table where there's a spice rack and just knock it over.
All
so
right.
I'm gonna do a telekinesis and a speech. I'm gonna do telekinesis first with 7 or 6, 6, 7, 8. That'll put me at exactly 0. So I'm not missing out on any roll.
Yeah. You telekinesis it.
I'm gonna causing spices to go everywhere. So even if I'm gonna at least cover the ground in a lot of. They're gonna have to clean up because they're alive. And I'm gonna roll. I was clicking E instead of...
Yeah, I do that all the time. It's like, does a weird thing with the dice.
7, 8, 9. Roll for initiative. And I open up, like, flour and just, like, spray it all over. And, like, I just make a whole mess. Of the tiny particle-based things.
Ugh.
Like, the cayenne pepper is, like, now in, like, the sink, and, like, they're gonna have to clean that stuff up, and it's, like...
And they all get covered in the cloud of spices, and it smells pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
But
I was aiming for a pun of anything that was really original. I was gonna try and do an oregano pun, but I don't know
Well, he couldn't think of an oregano pun. How oregano. That's hard. That's really hard to translate. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it really doesn't work.
It's,
But
like
that's why I decided
I
against it.
had it, but it still didn't work. That's kind
Yeah,
of
it's
difficult.
yeah. An oregano. It don't work.
Martha
It doesn't fit.
stomps her foot and says, "All those spices cost us so much money.
Oh,
I refuse to throw them away."
separate them out particle by particle.
So it's like she scoops some of them up, and over the course of some time, uh, her family helps her sift it through a sieve or something, and they get it pretty clean. And now it's uh, Northeast American mix. Northeast American spice, whatever they had in their Philadelphia kitchen. Do you have any more to do before the rest?
I managed to get I managed to get two really good moments in. I think. I think I'm gonna.
All right. Oh wait, I forgot. So we'll just do it now. Because you played the last session, you get a point now that you could use to up your stats by one. I was supposed to do that at the start. You
Nice.
could either increase one of your stats by one, or you could spend it to get 5 more points in your power pool.
I'm gonna spend it to increase my voice mimicry to 2.
Cool. That's a thing. Is at the end, it's supposed to be at the end of each session, but because of the way we play these games, I just do it at the beginning of the next session. Because that way, like,
Eh,
people can like keep up with what's going on.
voice 2. I could have used that earlier. It doesn't really matter because I think I passed. I think one of the only things back in this game is I'm way too cautious when rolls, and I'm not willing to take the risk of really hitting negative.
Negative won't be like there's no real detriment unless you're being exercised or controlled
Yeah.
in some way. Because if you have negatives and you have to resist something, then it becomes a problem. But I'm pretty lenient.
Hmm.
um, oh, I accidentally put 22. So middle of the day. Ross is outside taking
Why did it have to
care.
be Ross? Why did it be Frasier?
I mean Gerard. Gerard is outside in the patio, sweeping up and organizing the furniture, and Martha is upstairs in the bathroom, and she's putting on some makeup in between actually cleaning the bathroom. Like maybe she actually went there to clean the bathroom, but she also is taking some time for herself.
Good.
Gerard is
Take
more
care.
focused on his task, sweeping leaves away.
Hmm. To think of what to do. And Justine, so Justine and Ross are currently they're just out.
Yeah, they're somewhere else.
Okay, okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Your voice got higher pitched.
Yeah. Hmm. To think of a attack. Bard is by himself.
Kids are not home. No scare. I'm good target. I'm gonna go to Martha. Stairs and watch over Martha's shoulder. What's left? We've talked about. I think we've done everything except a pop reference.
We got a couple.
For me.
Oh, you?
Yeah,
I think you shared in the Muppets Christmas Carol stuff.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna do another.
I think we met our requirements, but I didn't really get a pun in yet.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on that.
What is something that'll really? So she's just like thing, or is it like?
Well, she was like washing, like wiping up the sink and getting all the gunk out, and then she stopped to put on some eyeshadow, and then she turned around and started like, she ran the hot water in the tub and like scrubbed it out a little bit, and then she got back up and like brushed her hair back a little and put it up in like pigtails.
Okay.
And she keeps doing things like that, back and forth between her task and setting herself up.
Okay, all right. I think I got something that I want to try to spook her. I think I got a pretty good. I'm gonna do. Have you ever seen the movie called Mirror?
No.
There's like God, I'm trying to find at least an image, but like when. Oh, I'm thinking of a different movie. God, what is it? It was the 2008.
I mean,
a scene
Poltergeist
where ladies
had a scene. Mirror scene.
Where a lady's looking in a mirror and oh, it's called Mirrors. It's a movie from, and she's staring in the mirror, and then her reflection just starts like opening its mouth wider and wider.
Oh,
and
I might have
myself.
I might have seen that clip.
It's a blonde lady, and like she's just staring in the mirror.
Yeah,
I remember as a kid, it freaked me out so much.
I don't think I saw that movie, but I saw that scene or something.
That trailer was like everywhere in 2008. So I'm gonna like manifest myself between her in the mirror and like recreate that scene, like open my mouth.
Here's the thing you can do with manifest is you can manifest yourself in the mirror.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can do things like that with it.
All right. Manifest myself in the mirror. This gets plus.
You can still be between her and the mirror too.
8. I'm manifest in the mirror, really watching her.
Yeah. So you're behind her.
Scarier.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you said an 8. 8 was it?
Yeah. I'm debating on.
She's like brushing her teeth for a moment, and then she stops, and you could tell that's when she saw you, and she shuts off the water and spits out the toothpaste and leaves the bathroom altogether. She's heading down the stairwell. Like, not even saying anything. She just fucking bolted. And then she just like comes out and stands next to Gerard while he's sweeping up. He like has the bench pushed out, the swinging chairs pushed away, and he's sweeping under there, and she's just standing there, and he looks at her, and then he looks down at his task, and he's like, "Did something happen?" "Yeah, I saw the ghost lady." "Oh, well, take your time with it. I'm here. If you gotta talk, you could talk." And she just stands there quietly. You could tell that they've been in this position before. She kind of just wants to be near him.
By ghosts? I'm like, oh my god.
They talk about things. He says some comforting stuff. You could tell he's like struggling a little bit, but he's sincerely trying.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use telekinesis to like take the leaves in a pile and like fly there, and then like let most of them just fall to the ground, but the ones that stay in the air, just spell out "behind you" large letters. See, the real plot twist. Nothing's there. 7, 8, I'm gonna use the 5 and the 1. So 8.
Cool.
Because that's ominous. Just behind you in large letters.
They jump a bit and they read it, and Martha's gonna look, but Gerard takes her hand and they just stand there for a bit, and he says, "It's gonna be okay." I really don't know this guy's voice. I don't know anybody's voice. I'm
gonna liquize in his ear. No, it's not. Vin. It's gonna be okay. No, it's not.
No,
it's not gonna be okay. No, it's not. Run. Flee for your life while you still have the chance.
What's the total that you wanted? I guess it doesn't matter, but...
It was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Cool.
I was gonna do it for an 11.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Fun.
That was hard. That's hard to do. They do both jump, and she walks off the patio, and you can't see where she is. And Gerard is like around here. You can, Martha, come back. It's gonna be all right. We can go into the safe space. We had the prayer candles. It'll be okay. He's like trying to coax her back in.
Outside of game question,
Yes.
Do prayer candles actually work on ghosts in this game?
It's not written into the rules. It's just something that came out of the last game where they ended up calling an exorcist, and the exorcist used a prayer candle to keep Billy out of a room.
Okay, so they do have an effect.
Yeah, so that's a ruling that I was using, but that's not in the rules itself. That's just something that I added because things got worse as a role, and the way the game works is you just kind of make it up on the spot. If it's it says succeed with complication, it was one of those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also like consistency, so I'm going to use it. Plus, I wanted to, just thinking about from the game mastering perspective, I wanted to take an extra measure as well. I feel like the prayer candle is all right. Because Gerard and Martha are both very skittish.
That's a good idea.
So I kind of want to try to keep them in the game because randomly they have to be like the responsible adults in the house.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That is fair.
Eventually Martha comes back on, and then you can see and hear her again, and they will go back in the house and up the stairs. Wah, 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 wah. And right in here, and Gerard will fall off the world. It's all according to plan. And they go in this little room, and this was a walk-in closet with a closet. But now it's a little altar space. Like, there's no altar in it. It's just like cleared away. There's a couple chairs for people to sit in, and you can see it's not technically an open space. This door has always bugged me, by the way.
You're good. Can we fix a door that always bugged me then by swapping them?
Yeah,
the one that leads to the backyard always kind of bugged me.
Yeah.
I'll take that one out.
What did you want? Oh, just swap the doors? Yeah.
Kidding. Just I don't like.
Whoops. I could fix that.
Ooh. Yeah, like...
There, that is nicer, though. Oh, wow, this thing is up there. Hold on. We created an anomaly.
There you go. The door, like, I think it was just, like, it wasn't matching the other doors, so I was just like, ugh. Didn't know how to feel about it. I'm just gonna...
Oh, I almost have it. Hold on. I gotta, like, readjust my camera. There. Fucking beautiful. Anyway, they go in this room, and I forgot to put the door there. And they shut the door, and it's dark. Well, I mean, it's dark in your room. I locked it there. I don't care as long as it's just there. I just want people to know there's a door there. Okay. In this tiny fucking room. Martha!
Martha!
So yeah. Now they're in the room, and you cannot perceive them.
Ah, God, they got one of those candle things again. Arc for making such good candle.
Yeah.
Oh. There we go. Ah!
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, wow. I didn't see that piece there. It's Puig. Oh. Wait. I made that super tiny, though. Why is it big now?
So I made it big and put it in this corner just to...
I didn't notice it until just now.
I put it there like a few minutes ago. Like, I was debating on, like, starting off small and making it bigger over time to see if anybody would notice. Just, like, it's a natural part of the scenery. But then I thought it would just be faster and...
I made that really tiny pawn for, like, no fucking reason and just threw it somewhere and lost it. Like...
I've been staring at it for like half of today's campaign, and every time we were in this room, all is, why is there a tiny pond there? Like, that's all that it's about. It's just like, huh. That's so weird.
Anyway, they spend a long time in there. Eventually, the kitties come home. They come home at separate times. Ross comes home first. He immediately goes in the kitchen, makes himself a ham sandwich. Justine comes in a little bit later. She just chills out in the living room. She threw her backpack down. You could tell she's in school. She's a little bit like a little bit younger than Ross, and Ross is an older teen. He might even be like almost out of high school or ready to graduate. And they're just blah about it. Justine pulls out her cell phone and calls somebody and just starts gossiping.
And then just making a sandwich. I think I'm gonna hold the rest of today and like wait for a prime opportunity.
All right.
Because like I rest, I got ghosty powers to keep up with.
It's true.
Oh.
So it's a rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Some time passes, and it's the early morning the next day.
How old are Justine and Ross? Aren't they like?
I don't know for certain. I feel like Justine should be like, honestly, she should be like 17, and Ross should be 19.
All right.
Sorry, what?
All right. I was just taking note in my head.
Yeah.
To myself, just like thinking it through.
And really early morning, everybody else is gone, but Martha's sitting in the kitchen.
Martha? What's Martha doing?
She's finishing up her coffee and putting away the oven mitts. That's how you do it.
And get all of it in.
Olive. I should have had olives.
It's great. It's great. I'm gonna like, whenever she play, I'm gonna wait for her to turn around and then. No, I'm not gonna do anything yet. I can wait a minute. And double.
And she sits in the living room and turns on the TV for The Price is Right.
Is right. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't remember who hosts The Price is Right. I think it's.
There were a couple of hosts now. Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, yeah.
Was a host for a while. He's the host now. We're going to say it's more modern. We had Bob Barker as the last host because we actually had references to daytime television in the previous mix.
Yeah.
And she's
so like 2019-ish.
She's not even watching it, though. She's on her cell phone, scrolling through some shit. Reading some junk.
Man, she really needs to, like, just scrolling through Facebook.
Yeah.
She really needs a hobby. I'm just trying to think of the best way to scare a middle-aged mother with... without coming up with anything dark humored.
I mean, it's rated R.
Yeah, that's true. That's I love how it just freezes there. ADHD moment, but like, it's so good. Chef's kiss. 10 out of 10 game design. Since she's distracted on her phone, I'm gonna like start lifting her up off the couch with telekinesis, like a little bit at first, and then build it up more and more. She wouldn't notice it at first, but like when she's up off her phone, she's like easily like 5 to 10 feet into the air. 9, 10, 11. I rolled an 11.
So you levitate her.
Oh, nice.
And she's hanging up there, and then she like wigs out in there, and she falls to the ground. Thud. And like shouts like "Ow! Oh!"
I'm like, you're falling statistically is one of the most common. I'm trying to like cover all rounds.
That sounds like a commercial that would be on. You have life insurance. Do you want some?
I'm the nightmare through your bed at night, and then like it's just the dude who.
The dude who what?
Where he's like, I'm the tree branch that wiggles at, and then falls on, like the tree branch will break and fall on his car, and then he's like, keep away from medicines like me.
Yeah.
I can't remember what advertisement that's for, but I was just thinking about that. I am the ghost that haunts your house.
Yeah.
Go to car insurance. God, I can't remember what insurance that was. Oh. That sounds like a really good insurance, like, advertisement. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Get insurance for people who are like, your house, please do your best to get good insurance. Yeah, but I lift her up in the air and.
Yeah, and she gets a little sore about it, and like kind of paces around like, ow.
In the what is it, 11% graphic that is afraid of falling. Dang it! Doing my best, man. Doing my best.
Eventually, she decides to go up and have lay down. And she goes into bed. Too lady to rest. That's when Gerard comes home. Uh-huh. Wait, did you have something?
Because you said laid to rest.
Sorry,
You ever just or ragdolling?
Right.
Me too. Passing through all the doors.
Anyway. Oh shit.
Wait.
I fucked it up. Hold on, I can get your piece back.
I accidentally let go. The doorway you're trying to delete. Oh my god.
It wasn't deleting anyway. I'm just gonna leave him there.
Alright.
Here, I'll get your pawn back. Was it blue? No.
Was it blue? No, Bill's was blue.
Wait,
Yeah,
green.
mine's green. I think I could change the color.
Anyway, oh
Close
wow,
enough.
I didn't know you could do that. Oh shit, it's literally right
You
there in front of my face. This
right
one's
click.
dark green. Uh-oh.
You know what? Freaking fuchsia. That is not fuchsia. Excuse me. That is not. It's like. Yeah, that's close enough.
So anyway, did you want to do
Yeah,
something
anyway.
while taking to rest?
Before Gerard sit through the door, I'm just gonna catch his body, like force push him out.
Before you
'Cause
can
I
get
think-
through the door?
Like, walking through the door, I'm gonna, like, push him out. Just, like, fling him clear into the lawn. Like, just push him out. Uh... 8.
And you stuff him at the door, and he like tries to struggle against it. He's like a little frustrated with it. Eventually, unless you want to intervene, eventually he gets it open just from brute forcing it. For fuck's sake. I'm actually, we're getting ready to wrap it up soon.
Alright.
Wait, that noise I made? I think I tickled DTG somehow.
Ha, 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 ha.
I don't even...
Gotta love Ed. One of the best characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, what? Eventually he breaks in. Well, breaks into his own house. He's walking around, and he's like going around looking for Martha. Martha.
Jotaro!
And up the stairs, and sees her in the bed, and then he lays down with her. They have a little nap together.
I think that's a good spot.
Yeah.
I still gotta, like, Grinch this, just like, I need to stop this happening. But, to think long and hard.
It's alright. I think we will have more people next time as well. Let me save this real quick. What were you saying?
I am all spooky.
Yeah. What else do I say about it? Just to have
roll the outro.
Roll the outro. have a great.
And then a wall of dancing
Wednesday.
Jotaros.
The dancing Jotaros.